welcome to A Work in Progress. My name is Lena Shipwata, and yes, I am back. If you're new here, I've been here before, so we know how it rolls around here. This morning, I am joined by a very stunning lady. You've, of course, seen her on your screens before. She has partaken in Miss Namibia before, and she is a mental health advocate. Please help me welcome on our show, ALICIA Mokatu. Yes, virtual claps, everybody wants virtual claps.
Thank you so much for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You've been doing so much, ne?
I've been all over. I just entered, but I'm already doing the most.
I love that for you. I think we should do more of that, and women should also go out there and, what is Zosie Bini? She said we should cement ourselves. Yes, let's do all of that.
While you are still fresh in the industry, you need to really just do the most.
Yes. So how are you doing? How's everything? Ever since Miss Namibia, how's everything been going?
Honestly,
yeah,
girl, it's been all over the place. It's like I ask myself. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what am I doing? It's like imposter syndrome. Like, what am I doing? Is this really my life?
Yeah.
How did I get here?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just so grateful that I get to accomplish so much while I'm still so young.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, you're one of the people that had like a really powerful advocacy that a lot of people really liked on the stage. Tell me a little bit about your advocacy and what brought you to it and what drew you to it, actually.
What actually brought me to it is personal experience. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with clinical depression, and it got so severe that I had to drop out of school for that year. And I went to rehab for like almost 4 to 5 times in that 1 year. It was so bad that, when you just lose yourself and you just give up on who you are and what you stand for. And I feel like that's how my advocacy was born, by just through the healing process. I had such a strong support system, and I was so fortunate enough to have the resources available to help me through this process. And that's how I asked myself the question, what about those that don't have the resources or the support system that I had? Because we see so many young people, especially in my community, Okanja, that they fight the silent battle. They don't understand what depression is, what anxiety is. And that's where I came in and told myself that I need to help them. Because I know it's something it's awful. Like, it's one of the things that you cannot explain. You need to go through it in order for you to understand it.
You're right.
So that's really why I started empowering young voices, to just encourage people and to show people that if I can come out of that dark hole and push myself to achieve such greatness, you can do the same. And true. I feel like it's working in a way, especially in my community, because that's where my whole advocacy is focused on, in helping my community first before I branch out to other communities. And I can see the change. It's small, but it's there. And that's what we want to do with this.
Okay, now, a 16-year-old, you know what, name? I always think to myself, there are many a times where I would probably, I don't know, I would maybe feel like I'm moody or something is happening and I'm not myself. And then after I've gotten over it, I realized actually I was depressed, you know? But at 16, I didn't know what depression was. I didn't know how to point out that, this is what a depressed person looks like. How did you figure out that, oh my goodness, I'm actually depressed and I need help?
How I figured out is because I started self-harming myself. And then my mom, she noticed and she was like, okay, something is not wrong with this kid. We need to do something. That's where we started seeing the doctors, and they recommended me to therapists. And through therapy, I got to learn so much. I got to learn about depression, about mood swings that you have when you're at that age, because it's also a thing of when you are 16 and you are depressed, especially if you come from the Black community. Then the parents are just like, this girl is so moody. She's always sleeping. She doesn't want to do anything. And then it's not that. It's you are depressed. But because your parents don't know, you don't know. That's what they label you as. But therapy really helped me. It taught me so much about myself, how to respect myself, how to feel my emotions and not to suppress them, because that's the most important thing, to feel your emotions and just let it let it be. Don't push it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really the thing that helped me the most.
And what do you think like is the leading cause of like depression, especially for like young kids?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I would say it's
because I think it will help in terms of somebody not knowing that perhaps these things that they do on a daily basis is what's also causing them to get depressed or something.
I feel like in my case it was because of what happened, like childhood trauma. It built up and you never open up about it, you never speak about
Address it or anything.
Yeah, and I feel like that's also one of the most contributing factors to ending up depressed, because one thing that I've learned as in the Black community is we are taught not to speak our minds. We are always told to be the quiet ones, not to overstep your role in society. And in a way, that also defines who you become as a human being. And when you get, I don't know, you have childhood trauma or something very drastic
and also
happens,
as women, you're not really given the platform to speak as
when
much.
something really drastic happens, it's a thing of, okay, let me not, and maybe it will go away. But
and
it
keep the peace
up.
also in the family and stuff like that.
That's so true. And that's something that we need to change. And especially now that I'm learning so much and I'm in this position to do so much, I want to break that. Because it's so toxic. It really is. You see it with your parents, you see it with your grandparents, and it's just, it keeps on growing.
Generational now as well. You're right. Okay, you know what, girl? This is quite hectic, but I think it's very powerful and it's very important, especially for young women that look up to you, that are seeing your journey, and that also maybe didn't have a way of maybe speaking or hearing more around your advocacy, and also just the challenges you have been through in your life. So maybe, you know, somebody would reach out to you on social media and also just be like, I'm also experiencing that. Where can I go? But for somebody that is not able to do that, where can somebody go that is experiencing maybe depression, or they feel like these symptoms you mentioned, this is exactly what they're experiencing?
So the number one thing, because I'm a psychology student, the number one thing that we are taught as students is, it's good, people will always reach out, but I'm not in the position career-wise to give advice, because I can do much more harm in doing good. So what I would say is that you can go to the clinics, because they recommend you to social workers or psychologists that are government, that work in the government. So that's what I always say, because not everyone can afford private and it's very expensive. So I just try to put it in that light. I don't want to go too deeply in what the person is going through or intervening, because I can really do so much bad also in that situation.
If you're not too much educated on what exactly they're experiencing.
And there were a few incidences that stuff happened, but so I just learned from that, and I'm like, okay, I can help in this way, but let me not overstep that boundary.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now let's talk Miss Namibia. What was your journey? Yes, where it all started. Girl. Tell me about your journey, your preparation, everything. Like, you guys look like you have so much fun and you travel all around the country. Girl, I almost manifested the world.
It's coming, it's coming.
Tell me about Miss Namibia.
Oh, Miss Namibia. I don't know where to start. But it was not even supposed to happen, this year.
Yes, let's hear that story.
And that's why I'm saying I don't know where to start. It was not supposed to happen this year, because it's a thing of, guys, you put yourself out there for a lot. And I was so scared to enter, but then this wonderful person just reached out to me and it's like, girl, why not? Take the chance. What do you have to lose? I took the leap of faith, and here we are. It's been an incredible journey. It shaped me so much. I was this shy little girl from Okahanya, girl next door, but now I'm flourishing into this woman that I'm so proud of. Obviously, you still face insecurities, but you grow past it, and Miss Namibia it really shaped me. It defined me. It made me so much more confident in what I believe in, what I stand for. And I feel like nothing can shake me.
Yeah.
Like I am so
After that,
steady in myself that nothing can really come in my way and shake me.
Yeah. Actually, because you guys do go through like a lot of criticism throughout the journey. Like, yeah. You know, I've been in the industry for like 10 years, and I've gone through my fair share of criticism, but you guys experience it like on a high, on a real high. How were you dealing with those ones?
People are interesting.
Very.
Because of the person I am.
Okay.
I don't really read the comments, watch the videos. I'm like, sometimes it gets to you.
Yeah, of course.
But most of the time, I'm like, you know what? If like you have the power to say what you want, but if you were in my position, would you be able to do what I'm doing?
I always say that.
Like, that's what I think.
That is what I always think. Like, can somebody, like the person that's sitting and being a keyboard warrior, would they be able to sit on a stage?
Would you be able to speak in front of how many people?
Like, come on.
Like, that's what I always tell myself. I'm like, you can speak, you can type, you can whatever, but will you have that courage to go stand there and do what I did? And also, that gives me some kind of, I don't know what.
Motivation also. Like, and people don't realize that's literally the biggest stage in Namibia, right? There's so much going through your mind at that point where you are like, my goodness, what if I trip and fall? What if I answer wrong? What if I say a word wrong? I don't get a do-over, you know?
It's life. There's nothing I can do.
Exactly. So I think people need to give the Miss Namibia contestants a little bit more grace in that regard. And even as the MCs, Vaquero, we are getting judged every single day.
The comments.
The
comments always kill me.
Because even though we rehearse, we do all of that, we are human beings at the end of the day. Like, that is the biggest stage in Namibia. Like, there's so much happening, going on in your mind. You're thinking, does my dress look good?
My hair, my makeup. Am I
representing the way I want to?
Yeah.
You know what, ne? You see, like Miss Namibia 2025, Joanna Swart Boy. She came and she collected her crown that she was meant to from. She did it the last time, she didn't get it, and then she came to collect her crown. I think you need to do that as well.
And I'm so upset how people are so. They are just narrow-minded. Like, I feel like she really deserves that crown.
Of course.
Us being in that space together, the girls, you really saw how much she
effort
and just the type of person she also is.
Yeah.
Like,
I also remember speaking to her before she announced that she's partaking in Miss Namibia, and her daily activities really contributed to all of that. Like, she prepared for it a year ago. She was in that mind space.
She really came prepared. She was like, that crown
is mine.
I will come take it from my mom's house. It's mine.
Yeah, but you know, even with pageantry, a lot of the times you have to prepare years in advance. You know, and I think a lot of the things that a few of the girls are not realizing is, yes, it's great when people are cheering you on to do something, but it takes a lot of preparation. It takes a lot of your time, a lot of your money.
A lot.
Yes. I don't think people realize how much money pageantry costs. How did you're just a student, how did you end up funding for all of that?
My parents, guys. I have the best parents in the world, I swear.
Yeah.
They really helped me a lot. And I also got sponsors from the National Youth Council, from the municipality of Okahanga. So I really had a lot of people on board to support me.
Oh, that's really beautiful. So, like, whoever it is that's at home that's trying to partake in Miss Namibia, yes, it's all glitz and glam, but glitz and glam costs money.
Every day. Even when you go to the mall, you need to look good, guys. There's no slacking in this industry.
So that's heels, that's hair, that's outfits, makeup, like, and your makeup needs to be on point. So if you are maybe like 20 years old and you're like, by 26, start learning how to do your makeup now. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay for everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what has been your high so far 2025 outside of Miss Namibia? Because I know you're going to say that.
Like, outside of pageantry, just
your personal life. What is that thing? Maybe a goal that you've reached or something. It can be as little as learning how to dance.
I would say it's really stepping out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's something that I really applaud myself for. And just, throwing yourself into opportunities, because you never know where you can get it right. That's been my high so far.
Yeah.
And I've accomplished so much, and I never thought I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your low? Of course, I'm going to ask you about your low.
My low. Entering Miss Namibia and not having my grandfather present.
Okay.
Because he was someone that always told me, you need to.
Yeah.
And he was always there, man, cheering me on in everything that I do. And I feel like achieving so much and not having him here, that really it's a low moment for me.
But how are you dealing with that? Because even me, when my father passed on, I felt like in the past, before he passed on, I felt like I was doing it for him, and he would also encourage me a lot. And then I think for a year after he passed, I was really just not doing anything. Like I would go to gigs and do stuff, but not with the same momentum and effort than I did before. I really had to snap out of it and say, okay, at the end of the day, I'm alive and I still have to do it. But how did you end up getting out of that? Maybe like with the grief and dealing with grief in general?
Girl, people listening, therapy.
But therapy
is your best friend. I said therapy changed my life.
Is it?
It really did. Or maybe the therapist I have, she's just the best.
Maybe you need to plug us with your therapist.
No, then I won't be able to see her. Yeah, but therapy really helps me.
Okay.
And it helps me reflect on, like I said, not suppressing what I feel. And just, even if it's journaling, going to his grave, and just, talking with him while even if he's not there, just sharing what I've accomplished. And that's how I really get through it.
Yeah.
Just by tying what I do back to him. And even if I have to cry, being vulnerable, go sit at his, just being in his presence there by the grave, or journaling, leaving him a note, taking him flowers. That's because I don't feel like I will be able to move on by accepting that he's not here anymore, which I know is not healthy, but I need to tie it back to something where I can just, okay, I'm gonna see him, I'm gonna take him flowers, I'm gonna go tell him about what I've done, because he really still plays such a big role in my life, and that's not something I can give up on. I can't move past it yet. It's been 4 years now, but that's how I cope. It will become better, but for now, that's how I'm coping with it.
But do you think you've accepted his death?
Like 50%.
Okay. But
like I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Surely,
yeah, because it's a very drastic change, man. And you don't know how to fully comprehend it or how to fully accept such a great loss. Yeah.
It's actually so weird, because one moment there was somebody, a living, breathing person standing right there, and then they're not there, and you don't even know. I used to get to a point where I would literally pick up my phone and call my father.
Girl, I used to text. I could, like, it was worse. Now I'm much better
because of therapy.
Yeah, like therapy is your best friend.
Do you know maybe any like places that offer like free therapy or something like that?
I know about Geluk Psychology. They offer like free sessions. I think it's every end of the month or something, where you can, like a pro bono, they call it a pro bono, where you go and you just, you go do your thing in therapy.
What happens in therapy, Like, do I just sit here and start telling you my life?
The way we are having this conversation, you also have that conversation with your therapist, but because she is educated in doing what she does, she can help you better, like cope.
And she picks up your mannerisms and the things you're saying and stuff.
Yes, it's like I don't know, she's just a superwoman.
Yeah. It's superwoman for me. I think I would be too shy.
Yeah.
I would be so shy to be like, girl, you know what? I look like this, but deep down, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I understand. You took me. I started with therapy even before I was 16.
Oh,
I think grade 8.
Your parents were woke, ne?
I said my parents.
I love it.
I love them. Like therapy takes years. It's not something that you can walk
I hear
into.
it's like the gym. Apparently, you have to continue doing it.
It's not something you can walk into in.
You are healed.
It takes years.
Yeah. So you have to like invest in that.
Yeah, it's something that you need to be consistent in, and you need to be willing to learn. That's the most important.
Now, are you gonna become a therapist?
You see, everyone is asking me that question. I still don't know.
Okay.
I really do. I don't know where I want to venture into, but I know I want to stay in the psychology, either neuropsychology or clinical. I'm still deciding where I want to go into.
But I think you should also push your mental health advocacy because of how the young people are being changed through it. You know, their lives are being changed through everything that you are doing. And it's also just nice to see a young girl going out there and pushing these things and not just like, it's great that you're pretty and, you know, but also like going out there and pushing and being there for other women and for young people in general. But there's a young girl that's looking at you and thinking, I also want to do that. I also want to be that person. I think a lot of us need to really look in ourselves and say, what is that one thing I've always wanted to do to help the community and change the community? And for you, it's the mental health thing. So I continue doing it. I think it was also Selma Kamanya's one, and she's doing it as well. She goes out into the locations and she's really helping people. I also want to get into going to these either orphanages or old age homes and stuff, and just sitting and talking to people and seeing what they are going through, man.
Because it's really eye-opening when you listen to someone else's story that doesn't get life so easily as you did. Like, it really opens a lot.
And you know what, ne? We complain about our daily lives, ne? But if you think about it, ne, there's somebody that woke up this morning without food. There's somebody that woke up this morning that doesn't have a place to bath. And it's still cold for us here. So imagine somebody doesn't have a jacket, doesn't have anything. And we are complaining about the dumbest thing, you know?
It's like we are so not ungrateful, but we don't know what other people go through. And that's why we feel like we are going through the most.
No, 100%. Okay, girl, we had like a lot to talk about. But last but not least, what legacy would you like to leave behind?
A change maker.
Okay.
Yeah, I want people to remember me as someone that did not let where she comes from define where she's going.
Girl!
Clock it. Like, I really want, like, especially mental health in Namibia, I want my name to be remembered as she did something in that industry. Like, I'm so passionate about it. Oh, girl, I love that for you. You're doing amazing. Thank
I
you.
want you to go back and go collect your crown, please. Whether it's 2 years from now or whatever. But go back and collect your crown. And I'm sure by then also you would have done so much more in the community. And you would be ready for it. The same way Joanna went to get it. ALICIA, it's your turn as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a great time here with me.
Obviously. I need to come back.
Yes, please come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was ALICIA Mokatu. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to come back and watch this conversation as well. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lena Shipwata, and until next time, bye. Mwah.